We're going to wait later. So, spring break's next week. Today's our last day. We're not going to make each other sick if we haven't already, right? I don't know what's going to happen. As far as the extra credit goes, hopefully there will be a selection show on Sunday. And so I would recommend that if you want to get extra credit, get it done on Sunday night as soon as I post the spreadsheet. So there's two parts of that. One part, just fill out the bracket any way you want. Remember, you need to tell me your username. So if you want to be Pink Fairy Princess, which I think was what one of my students' usernames were, tell me that that's Andrew, okay, or whoever it is, okay? Because I don't know, or Big Stud, or whatever you want to be. I don't care what you are. Just tell me who you are so that we can tie that together. So 1 point just for filling out the bracket any way you want. 1 point for each Final Four team. So I want you to post your Final Four teams on Canvas, your final 2 teams, and then your national champ. And hopefully it's not coronavirus, okay? Now, if it gets canceled. So hopefully this week off from spring break, I hope you all have a fabulous time. You probably shouldn't travel anywhere. Because you'll probably make somebody sick and then you can't come home. Did you hear the Jazz are still stuck in Oklahoma? They won't let them travel. So yeah, it's a little dicey. My wife's in Hawaii. I mean, I guess there's worse places to be stuck, but she doesn't have school next week. So that's one thing. The other thing is, hopefully this calms down and we don't have all these problems next week, and we have school in a week from Monday. If we don't, you'll notice that I'm already kind of internet savvy here. I think I can get a Zoom room, I hope. We'll probably have it at our regular time at noon. I think it only lets me go 40 minutes, so that's okay, I think. I don't know, I'll have to see. I don't know about screen sharing. I will try to figure out some sort of screen sharing thing. Google Hangout used to do it, and then they took it away. And I'm like, that was such a useful feature. It was so dumb. I don't know why they took that feature away. So Google, I'm mad at you. But we'll figure something out. If we can't meet in person, the hard part will be tests and quizzes. I can do some online quizzes, and I don't mind doing that. It's just a lot more work for me, and so that's why I prefer to do them in class. Those quizzes. So if you guys hear, if school's canceled a week from Monday, I will try to put up a quiz that you can take online, and it will be due at noon, right before class, okay? So, and then we'll try to get on. I'll provide links on Canvas, as if it's a Zoom room or some other technology, whatever it is, hopefully something that has screen sharing. But we'll make it work somehow. Tests. I don't know what we would do. I mentioned that to my other class, my statistics class, because I just gave them a test today, and then they had a computer part in the testing center, and they said, yeah, it was really gross. Everybody was in there coughing. So I don't know if the testing center will be open. That would be my preference. But anyway, so we'll play it by ear as far as tests. I don't know how that's going to work. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Question?
I guess just 2 questions. So like, if we don't know like anything about sports, like, do we still get credit for trying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, is there credit points for like submitting? Like,
all you got to do is submit it. Submit it, provided there is a tournament and a selection show on Sunday. Jump on that right away. Tell me your Final 4, your Final 2, and your national champ. And then you can also do the simulation. As long as it gets canceled after Sunday, you'll still get those extra credit points.
So even if we get like everything wrong,
even if you get everything wrong, you should get a minimum of 4 extra credit points. Okay?
And then I guess the second question was like, if it does get canceled, is there going to be another opportunity for extra credit, or is this the only one?
No, I shouldn't even be giving you this. I already give you extra credit for your name, or not extra credit, but kind of. Like I give you 3 points every day just for showing up. So I won't be doing that with the online quizzes though. No more points for your name. So anyway, all right. So any other questions? Okay, let's move on to 5.5. And Let's see, and by the way, people who don't know anything about sports, just remember, I say this in my other video, the 16 seed is the worst team in the tournament probably, and the number 1 seed is the best team. The 16 seed has only beaten this 1 seed one time in like 20 years. So the 1 seed is probably going to win. So the higher or the lower the number, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the higher the number, 12, 13, 14, 15, the 1 seed is going to beat the 16. The 15 seed has beaten the 2 seed like 7 times in the last 20 years or something. It's all on there. It's on the spreadsheet that I will post. You can see what the historical records are. And that's what I want you to base your simulation on. And I explain that more in the video. So anyway, so my son, he just goes and picks 1 beats 16, 2 beats 15. He just goes and he does really well. So I will tell you that's one strategy. Just pick the higher seed and you will probably do well, okay? Because usually the better teams win. Now there's always upsets, and I will tell you that the year that I had freaking Virginia as a 1 seed was the 1 year that Virginia lost in the first round, and it really ticked me off, and I don't like Virginia anymore. And then they won the national championship the next year because I refused to pick them. Okay? So anyway. All right, so if I have an equation here, or an inequality, x squared plus y squared is less than 25, do you know what that looks like, Riley? You were to graph it. Pretend that's an equals for a minute. If you were to graph that with an equals, what would it look like? A circle of radius. How big's the radius? I can't hear you. Half a circle, why half a circle? So what's the diameter though? What's the radius? You remember, Maddie?
It's not 5.
It's not 5?
It is 5, yes.
You sure?
I'm very sure.
Very sure, yes. Circle of radius 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so if it was an equals, we would just draw a nice round circle here, okay?
This is 5.5, right?
This is 5.5, okay? Now, it's not an equals, right? So since it's not an equals, I'm just gonna make a dotted line, which is really easy to do on a whiteboard. Hopefully you didn't write that in pen. Okay? And now it says less than, so do you think I shade, let's go back to Riley again. Do you think I shade the inside or the outside if it's less than? Outside? Okay. Now let's see here. Here's what you can always do if you're not sure, okay? Pick the point 0, 0, which is always useful unless it goes through the origin. So if I put 0, 0, is 0 less than 25? Is that a true statement? Yes, and so therefore I want to shade the inside of the circle. Okay, that makes sense? Okay, let's do another one. What if I did x plus 2y is less than or equal to, now let's make it greater than. Greater than or equal to 5. So, Jeffrey, what do you think that looks like?
It's just a linear.
It's just a straight line, right? How would you draw that? Yeah, it's not in the right form, but let me show you a little trick. If x equals 0, what does y equal? I think Cameron whispered it.
What did you say?
5 halves.
5 halves. Why 5 halves?
Oh,
By 2.
Divided by 2, right? So y is 5 halves. 1, 2, so it's about 2.5, right?
Yeah.
Now, if y is 0, what does x equal? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got 2 points, right? They form a line. Okay, now the question is, do I shade the bottom side or the top side? Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. How are we sure?
Because it's greater than.
Because we'll pick the point 0, 0, right?
What's that?
If we pick the point 0, 0, these are both zeros, right?
Yes.
Is 0 greater than or equal to 5? That's a false statement, so that point is not what you want to shade. You want to shade the other side. Okay, does that make sense? All right, now, what if we combine these two onto the same graph? Okay, in fact, well, let's do that. I'll pick a different color though. So we're going to put this, so we're going to graph both of these on the same graph. Since I've already got this here, we got to go up to 2.5, which is right there. We're going to go to 5, which is right there. And I'm going to draw this. Okay. And I know that I shade the top half here, right? So I'm going to shade this. So when do I get to erase? All of this, right? Okay. So that would be a system of equations where I would put both of them on the same graph, only the green and the blue is shaded. Does that make sense? Okay. We're still on camera, I didn't even look. Yeah, we are. Good. Okay. All right, how about this one here? X plus 3y less than or equal to 12. X plus y less than or equal to 8. X greater than or equal to 0, y greater than or equal to 0. Okay.
I just got an email saying we're going online after spring break.
You got an email?
The UVU president, yeah. And exams, final exams.
Final exams are going to be online?
It says, effective March 23rd, Utah Valley will begin offering online courses for the duration of the spring semester, including final exams. It says faculty are asked to begin.
Oh, really? Breaking news. Okay.
It says you're asked to begin that transition immediately.
Wow. You missed all the big news, man.
Online.
Where
Oh,
class
it's
will be
official?
online. It's official,
Yes.
according to Maddie. So, okay.
On the president review, and it's on UV's website.
After spring break.
After spring break,
Roll Tide.
roll tide. We're not in Alabama. All right. Okay, well, we'll finish this. Okay, so the first spiel you're gonna have to go listen to again, but we are gonna go online
It's
apparently.
on UVU.
That's interesting. So that'll make this class very interesting. Okay, well,
I don't learn it online.
you don't learn it?
I feel like I learned better in class.
Same
Yeah.
past.
Well, so here's what we'll do. So I'm gonna try to come up with a Zoom room so you can still ask the questions. We'll try to make it.
That's what I told them.
What'd you say?
The Zoom app sucks. This was like a Zoom.
There's probably a Zoom out. I don't know. I gotta figure it out over spring break. So I'll let you know. So I'll let you know over spring break. Apparently we're going to online classes, so that'll be interesting. Okay,
Just give us a name.
just give you a name.
Yeah.
All right, let's go back to, we gotta focus here. We've got 5 minutes left. How do we do this last problem? So Andrew, I'll let you pick the first one. Y greater than 0, how would you graph that?
It would just be
Everything above the axis, right? So everything here. Okay, I'm gonna do that in blue. Let's pick X greater than or equal to 0. That's gonna be green, and that's gonna be what, Hallie? How do you graph X greater than or equal to 0?
It's gonna be, sorry, I got distracted.
I know, that's why I'm bringing you back.
For X is greater than or equal to 0. It's gonna be everything to the right.
Everything to the right of the axis, okay? So essentially, well, I guess I can erase this, right? And I can erase this because we only want where it has both, right? Okay? All right, so x plus y is less than or equal to 8. I should pick on Maddie since she's on her phone, but thank you for that announcement. Not breaking news. So x plus y is less than or equal to 8. We're going to do in purple. How do you do that? If x is 0, excuse me, if y is 0, what is x? No, it's 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, actually, I did it wrong. But so this is going to, if x is 0, y is 8 as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it's a what? What kind of a graph is this? Parabola? It's a straight line, right? Okay. A straight line. Now, am I graphing the upside or the downside of the line? The downside, okay? How do we know for sure? Because if we plug in 0, 0, is 0 less than 8? Yes, so that's a true statement. So now I can erase all of this. Okay? Now, I need one more color. It's going to be red. X plus 3y is less than or equal to 12. Demi, how do you graph that?
Isn't that a straight line too?
It's also a straight line. If x is 0, what does y equal?
4.
Y equals 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. If y is 0, what does x equal? 12. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we've got this here. And now we have to decide, is it going to be this section or the top side or the bottom side? It's going to be less than or equal to 12, right? So if I plug in 0, 0, is 0 less than or equal to 12? Yes. So do I shade the bottom side?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I do. So the bottom side gets shaded. And now I get to erase this piece here. Okay? It's going to make graphing really sucky online.
Could we submit
What do we do?
pictures?
I like the web really.
Oh, without the math lab? Oh, that's a good question.
Maybe we should just pass it.
Just give us all. It's a lot of decision.
Well, hopefully,
Really
let me just say that. So I've taught at BYU Idaho online math, completely online. We do have online tutors. I don't know if they have that here at UVU. You could maybe pretend you're BYU Idaho student. I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna work though. Western University is also an online university. I don't think you can think that you're a student there.
I don't know if
I do have online classes. So here's what I would say. Well, so Khan Academy, I don't know if they have tutoring those. Does anybody know? Does Khan Academy have tutoring?
Not free tutoring.
Not free?
Maybe.
Okay, well, yeah, I don't know. Well, that's a good question.
Do you think there's?
Why don't you go upstairs and ask the math lab and say, hey, will you guys do online tutoring? Maybe they will.
Are you gonna grade really hard for one room?
Maybe live on this. That's our question. We really easy on us.
Video.
Am I easy on you now?
No.
I'll do the same.
Oh.
Do you think there's a
Maybe I'll
chance
sue you.
that they'll?
Sue UVU because they started coronavirus? Question, Jeffrey. I don't know. That's a good question. Well, I might have to move to online exams and it'd probably be your honor system. But if they're talking final exams, they're talking that long.
Do you think there's a chance that
Yeah.
they'll?
I think there's a chance we'll come back.
Yeah.
But I mean, who knows? Hopefully,
That's what happens, I guess.
hopefully the final exam is not
That'd be
online.
great. They're not doing it
Or maybe they'll like leave the test.
So who knows? So Maddie, I will say thank you for the breaking news.
Maybe you could like.
Yeah.
Send
Wow.
PDF and we could like submit pictures of it.
All right. Well, good luck and stay coronavirus free. That's what we all want you to do.
But it said on screen right now, global.
I went to the